And welcome to Aussie Stadium for this round 15 clash, the match of the weekend between the Roosters, the home side, taking on the Parramatta Eels. It's only 4 weeks ago, in fact, that they clashed at Parramatta Stadium when the Roosters had a resounding victory. Here's the team for tonight.
And they line up this way. Luke Phillips, the fullback, Mullins and Minicello on the wings, Hegarty and Hodges in the centres, Brad Fittler in great form. He's the 5'8". Craig Wings, a late inclusion, taking the place of Holbrook. Good news for the Roosters there. Flannery's the lock forward, Crocker and Fitzgibbon in the back row. Jason Kalis, Peter Cusack the props. Benetti's the hooker. Interchange of Robinson, Lulawai, Milton and Kidwell, coached by Ricky Stewart.
And another test of depth tonight for the Parramatta Eels, who have Mogg at fullback, Burt and Donald the wingers, Butner and Tonga makes his debut in the centres, Dykes and McFadden the halves, Witters locks the scrum behind Ryan and Ian Hindmarsh. The front row of Nathan Kalis, who captains the side, Drew and Heckenberg. Alex Chan on the bench, first game back since a broken arm, alongside Solomona, Meads and Casto. Their coach, Brian Smith.
Forty said keep them back, the 10. Keep a keen eye on that. Kick-off time, and Parramatta running from right to left. They're guarding the southern end of Aussie Stadium tonight. Kept tryless by the Roosters in that match at Parramatta Stadium in round 11. 18-4 was the final count. And it was a big effort from the Roosters, not only to win, but to keep the Eels at home to no tries in the game. This is Mogg, the fullback for Parramatta, taking it out just beyond the 30-metre line. First set of 6, first use of the football for Parramatta. As Dykes goes across and finds Butner, but it was a terrible pass. And Butner was an easy target for Brett Mullins, angling in on that left flank. Dykes now puts the kick down the ground. Favourable bounce, and it's on its way back with Luke Phillips beyond his 40-metre line. And he will play the ball back to Crocker, who uses Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon, in fact, is playing his 100th first-grade game tonight. Of course, Craig came from the Illawarra club through St George Illawarra to here. And here they are with Brad Fittler, who was a standout in the match last Sunday. This is Jason Kalis, put down on the opposition 40-metre line for Fittler to go across now to Craig Wing in number 18. In the pass was probably a little bit questionable. Play by Flannery, though, 30 metres out from the line. And it is with Fittler, and he goes high back onto that score line, that try line, where it's Mogg who takes it well. It was a good kick by Fittler. Crocker, it gave him plenty of hang time.
Very good take there by the fullback. A nice confidence booster once again. And Parramatta, as they get the first penalty of this game for inside 10, will need to watch the inside passes from the Roosters, especially Brad Fittler. They've had a lot of success in recent weeks with that ploy. Now, kick not finding touch, Minicello, great take. An awful mistake, one that you cannot afford early in a game, in fact, at any stage of a game.
Minicello then on the 40-metre line. Here's a penalty now against Parramatta. Standing in front of the referee, penalising for offside. It's right in the middle of the ground and 30 metres out. So Craig Fitzgibbon will come forward and take the shot.
And what a turnaround in a short period of time there. Parramatta kicking for touch, would have gone on the attack inside their opponent's half. Now within a minute, as we have a look at the replay of McFadden, just not getting the drop punt right off the boot, and fingertip control there from Minicello. We now have Fitzgibbon with an opportunity to put on the first points.
Looking for a successful grand final appearance, Craig Fitzgibbon, twice in the losing side. This time he's not on a loser, he's back to winner with that penalty shot. And so the Roosters take an early lead, 2-0 over the Parramatta Eels. Witters then in jumper number 15. Takes it to the centre of the ground, and a penalty goes to Parramatta. There's a hand on the ball. He got either Flannery or Benetti, and Parramatta gets a penalty in exactly the same position of the field as the Roosters had it down the other end. 30-metre line, centre of the ground.
Well, he's already given 5 penalties in the opening 10 minutes, the referee. It was a good tackle there by Flannery. Witters got some speed, and had Flannery have just held off him, he could have scooted through. A hand in the ball. Actually, it was Flannery's knee. He came in contact with the football, knocked it loose. The referee saw that and gave the penalty, so a chance to equalise.
And a little satisfaction there for Dean Witters. Always think players who come up against their old club love to have a bit of success, and of course a few players played at their opposition club tonight. Jason Kalis and Chad Robinson for the Sydney City side, both Parramatta players at one stage. And for Parramatta, of course, Witters, Solomona. They're in Roosters colours. Of course, David Kidwell also for the Roosters played at Parramatta a few years back.
Luke Burt from the centre of the 30-metre line. So there it is. The equaliser is on the board. So on Nine's Friday Night Football, it is 2-2 after 11 minutes. Heckenberg. Second receiver from the play the ball. Now Drew spins it back onto the short side. Dykes with a short kick. Oh, Phillips has fallen over. Parramatta, they're taking it through on the boot. They've still got a chance of scoring. In fact, it's been booted through by the Roosters to a Parramatta player who's forced the ball. And of course, Sean Hampstead wants to take a look at it, and it's got a very good chance of getting a green light.
I thought we were watching Brazil and England again for a little while there. There's Hodges kicking it back offensively to where the number 11, Andrew Ryan, is situated. A kick from Dykes originally. Put on the boot by Ryan. Comes off one of the Roosters players. Hodges kicks it into a Parramatta player. No knock on there at all. Just a matter of picking this up and diving across, but unfortunately for Willie Tonga, wasn't able to do so. Kicked back again by Hodges. And the goalie scores.
This will be a try to Parramatta's Andrew Ryan, and what a couple of weeks Justin Hodges has had. There it is, the green light is there. It is 4 points to Parramatta.
Well, I've seen some bizarre tries scored this year, but I think that's just about on the top of the list. Adam Dykes kicking early in the count. Chase is in line with him. Looked as though there was plenty of cover there, but he got a wicked bounce, Luke Phillips, and actually slipped over. And then Minicello got in the road. Phillips, he kicked it straight into a Parramatta player. Hodges kicks it back. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if he was kicking back deliberately or not.
Yeah, but Pete, the bottom line is he could have dived on it.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, just to be safe and to save the situation. Good persistence there by Andrew Ryan. Luke Phillips had a fair lash as well. Tonga couldn't do much.
One thing we know for sure, it won't be the try of the year, but it is on the board, and Parramatta have taken it gladly. It is 6-2. It could be more than that. It is just wide, the attempted conversion from Luke Burt. So the Eels, after 16 minutes, lead the Roosters by 6 points to 2 on Nine's Friday Football. 10 metres out from the line. Witters again. Lovely with the ball and close to the line. A metre from it now. Tackle 5 is upon us as it goes from Ryan. Out through Drew. On to Dykes. This is McFadden. Now they look at the winger on the right side. He'll win the race. He has. Donald has scored. Lovely engineering by Parramatta. A big sweep left. Then they go back and they kick for the winger on the right side to put it over the line.
It was very well engineered, because by coming left with Witters, it enabled both centres to go the far side. As we freeze it there, you can see both Michael Buettner and Tonga are on that side, and they've also got Donald on the outside. Plenty of space. It just needed a good kick, and as play continued, the numbers are there. McFadden, everybody way onside. Mullins again coming a long way in, and the quickest man on the field tonight, Scott Donald, leads the chase.
Simple case of mathematics there. They had 5 on 3. There had to be a hole somewhere, and the defence had come up quickly, and a nice move by McFadden just to stop. The defence still came up. Then, of course, little kick, beautiful kick it was. And the duck, Scott Donald, gets in for a try.
Luke Burt from near that touchline on the eastern side. Parramatta's second try is there. 10-2 the score. 16 minutes of the first half remaining, on its way and wide. So it's an 8-point ball game in favour of the Eels. 10-2 the score, with 11.5 minutes of the first half remaining. Fittler firing out a long pass to Flannery. And Flannery takes the benefit of a Parramatta player slipping over. Flannery playing it 20 metres out. Wing using the short side with Hodges, Minicello, now Kidwell. Another Parramatta player loses his footing. It's picked up by Minicello, dances away from a tackle, gets it to within 8 metres of the line. Roosters with their best chance. Fittler fires it out to Hegarty. Hegarty gets it back for Fitzgibbon. He'll be hard to stop. Fitzgibbon is held up in goal.
Some great defence out there by the Roosters. A beautiful ball from Brad Fittler. It was a 30-metre job, but it was well read. I think it's Luke Burt or Scott Donald out there comes up with a great tackle. That allows Parramatta's cover defence to get over there in time to pull down Craig Fitzgibbon. Michael Buettner, the man underneath Fitzgibbon, and Andrew Ryan there as well.
Dykes. Tonga. There's another example of some of the skills that he possesses. He probably hasn't had a chance to show them tonight, but one thing's for sure, he's very fleet of foot and he's got good hands looking at what he was able to do then. So the siren has sounded, and Sean Hampstead, who was waiting for the restart, has decided to take the break. So with the ball dead, there's the replay of this young man on debut. He'll get more chances in the second half. More chances, I'm sure, in a long career. 2 tries to nothing, 10 points to 2. Parramatta from left to right. They lost their fullback late in the first half. Adam Mogg. Andrew will give us some news on him very shortly. And Brad Drew, they lost him as well, but much earlier in the half. Adding to their woes, of course, the players that are already suspended or injured or unavailable. Just outside the 30-metre line, here's Kayla setting something up on the short side. Ryan was with him, so was Tonga. Meads has now gone to the right for Dykes to turn it back on the inside for Solomona. And they were looking to get that ball away for Luke Burt to take advantage of the great offloading ability of Solomona. Now Custo. 5th tackle, 20 metres out, as you can see. And now Dykes puts a left foot grubber kick in, and it's a penalty for Parramatta. Crocker on Dykes.
Yeah, had to be a penalty. Referee in great position there, and there should be a gift 2 points now for the Eels to give him a 10-point lead. He actually surged into him, Crocker. Dykes.
Yeah, the thing to look for here is to whether the defender has an opportunity to pull out of the tackle, and there's no doubt that Crocker did on that occasion. Dykes put the kick in behind the line. And fair collision.
Yeah, the thing was that Luke Phillips always had this covered. He was in great position. Brad Drew just getting warmed up. Maybe coming back onto the field. Burt with the kick.
And not the first time those two players have come together in similar circumstances in the game tonight. This time bringing a penalty. And it couldn't have been given in an easier position for Luke Burt, who created a new point-scoring record playing in SG ball back in 1997. 192 points from 13 games. So he knows something about doing that, kicking goals, scoring tries. It is 12 points to 2 the Eels at the 50th minute. Nathan Kalis and Adam Dykes. 7 or 8 metres short of halfway for Widders. He throws the dummy and decides to take them on. Pulled down eventually by Luluwai in 15. He's gone into the game as Dykes drills this ball down into the corner. Phillips. Hard hit there.
Yeah, he's hurt Michael Buettner.
Buettner's in a lot of difficulty in back play after going in to make that tackle on Phillips. Penalty goes to the Roosters to come away from their 30-metre line easily.
And I just think the impact of this tackle, Michael Buettner, you can see it's a leg injury, probably knees coming together, is it? Yeah.
Oh, that'll be one of the deepest corks you've ever seen
the left knee of Luke Phillips straight into the...
What a good run. Doesn't he run hard and straight? That's the way to go. Buettner down.
And of course, it was just a big collision in part of your body where the bleeding will come out straight away. They'll need to get ice on that or it will be twice the size. So known as a hematoma.
Dr. Snorkeller.
That's it, mate.
Oh, what are you charging these days?
Here's Hegarty trying to do what he did probably 10 minutes back, trying to break them himself. Really, that's been one of the few line breaks that the Roosters have made, and that was through just speed and brute strength from Hegarty. Luluai. And there's the line breaks, 3 for the Eels, just the 1 for the Roosters. And that would be the one I was referring to. Here's Flannery. Bonetti now over the halfway line, and he's thrown the dummy and he's come out into open space. The ball has though gone to Custo, and a player has been held out of the game, not in possession.
Yeah, good decision this one. The referee got it exactly right. May have got a call, but the intended receiver from Bonetti was interfered with. It's wing. He'll be hit there by Witters. Despite the fact he gets a touch on the football, he was interfered with before receiving this pass.
Good call by referee Hampstead as the Roosters now seize another opportunity. Mullins will play it, and they're wide to the right with Phillips about to get involved, I think, from the back. Get involved, he does, from dummy half as Flannery walks over the football, and then Fittler finds Kidwell. 10 metres from the line. Bonetti. It worked for me a minute ago. I'll try again. And then it's wing, and it's a try for Phillips. Phillips has scored under the dot.
And maybe a little bit of fatigue starting to set in. The inside pass finally working. Dummy half runners making ground. They come across field. Switch it back inside. As we freeze it there, you can see that this man, Phillips, is going to take advantage of a little bit of, well, not laziness, maybe tiredness, opening up a hole on the inside. And as play continues, nice deft ball. And Luke Phillips, very good support player, takes advantage.
Yeah, the one thing about Luke Phillips, he's always in his career been able to find a hole, spot a gap, and run onto the football. He does again so here. Someone was waiting for something to happen, and Luke Phillips said, well, there's a hole. I'll support, and through he went. So the Roosters back into the match.
Yeah, I did think at 12-2 that Parramatta had to score another try. I think that's even more evident now with a 12-8 scoreline.
Peter preempting the conversion there from Fitzgibbon from right in front. 1 hour of the game gone. 12-8 the score. The Eels leading in Nines Friday football. It is. He'll play the ball 12 metres out back to his captain. Wing, he puts in a little kick. Fitzgibbon's after it. Parramatta's had to put it dead. He's pointed to a line drop out.
Yeah, Craig Wings had a great second half. This is a lovely kick. Just got there.
What about the camera work there?
Well done, camera 16.
Talk about rugby league being a game of inches. And here's Minicello. It's a foot race with Donald.
What a great run. Fantastic run, but just here, he had to throw the football. No, give him credit for the run. 10 out of 10 for that.
The fullback Phillips, who runs away from the 20, over the 30, out to the 40. Gee, I tell you what, he's run the ball back with tremendous vigour tonight, Phillips.
Running like a prop forward. Outstanding stuff from Luke Phillips.
Hegarty tries to break the tackle, throws the pass. Wing got it on the third bounce, and he comes back looking for an opening. Wing will play the ball 40 away from the line. Hegarty, he's done this a lot of times tonight and with some success. Hegarty from 23 metres out. Back to Wing, on to Fittler. Fittler looks on the inside. He picks up Wing. Wing is away. Craig Wing will score. Craig Wing has scored for the Roosters to level up.
And again, the lack of depth from the kicking game and the great charge back from Luke Phillips. has hurt Parramatta. The ball will go to the right to Brad Fittler. As we freeze it there, you can see the gap will open up off Fittler up the centre there. And just keep an eye for some of the Parramatta defence's play continues, actually slipping over on the outside in Witters. That helped, but it's just the explosive speed of Craig Wing. The inside ball once again, late in the game, getting tied, and speed.
Yeah, well, Craig Wing wasn't even supposed to play. He wasn't named in the original side, but he declared himself fit later this week, and he's had a fantastic game tonight, especially the second half. He's taken them on, he's got plenty of speed, and Brad Fittler's whooping it up in the background there. It was a fantastic ball by him.
And the crowd go up. The Roosters fans haven't had that much to cheer about tonight. Luke Phillips, he's been absolutely outstanding tonight. Put his body on the line, bursting through Ben Custo and then picking up more metres. And a chance now for Craig Fitzgibbon to put his side in front. The only way that Fitzgibbon will miss this is that tide to kick. 33 tackles, 23 hit-ups.
Outstanding game by Fitzgibbon.
Hindmarsh, 36 tackles. The two number 12s have just worked the joint down.
Well, Luke Phillips is the player that I can't quite believe tonight. I've been watching him and I am an admirer of his ability. In fact, I described him earlier as one of the most underestimated fullbacks in the game. As Fitzgibbon lines us up, but he's been taking it back like a 17-stone bopper.
I reckon that this bloke in the last year or two had a kick from a similar position against Newcastle at this ground in a night match to win the game, and he put it straight over the black dot.
21 metres out, 11 in from touch for Fitzgibbon. He's hooked it. No goal. Andrew Voss sideline, 12 all, 3.5 to go.
What did you do to him, Sterling? You killed him. I mean, I remember that match well. They trailed all the way through, and it wasn't until the last minute of play that Fitzgibbon's goal got them in front. But you wrapped Craig Fitzgibbon, you wrapped Ian Hindmarsh, Andrew Ryan, another one who's been out there the entire match out of the forward packs. And here is the kick again from Craig Fitzgibbon. Oh, he's hooked it off the fairway.
Dead set mock, Snorky.
Reverse psychology.
You're killing him.
Still time.
But what they can't do here, the Roosters, is make a mistake, because they couldn't afford to give away possession down in that zone.
Hegarty has been strong with his dummy half running. Mullins. Fittler can kick. Wing can kick. But I don't know that they're going to get it far enough down the ground. Not on this set. Fittler drifting back into the middle. Phillips is in there again. Fifth tackle. Fittler puts a short kick in. They might win the race for it. They do, but then the Eels come away with it. Luke Burt is then held over there by Craig Wing.
Well, Parramatta now have the best chance to win this game if they can hold it for 6 and work it in. They've got Luke Burt can kick a field goal.
Adam Dykes has kicked them for Cronulla in the past to win games.
Possibly McFadden. They've got 1,000 field goal kickers.
They've used 3 tackles and they're 40 metres from the goalposts. Kalis into the middle for Burt. Now they're 37 metres from the posts. 4 tackles down. Dykes, Solomona got rid of Fittler and looks to get rid of the ball, but takes the tackle. No gain in ground. No, 5th gone.
That's where they should have been going forward, not going wide to go forward. This is a long-range one. And
Dykes from 42 metres out. It's going to fall well short and wide. Phillips on the kick return, and again he tries to beat them with this diminutive body of his, by comparison with the impact he's providing with it. Minicello, 28 metres out from their own line, so they're very much down the wrong end of the park. They need a very big run. 4th tackle. A minute to go, a fraction less. Fittler offloading, finding Craig Wing. He'll have to use somebody. He's down and tackled on the halfway line. 12 all to score, 35 seconds to go. Fittler's big kick going down to Luke Burt. And the only way the Roosters could win now would be for Parramatta to offer them a mistake. Donald, wrapped up by Chad Robinson. The Eels not looking for anything flash. They know that they're going to get away with a point, short of making a mistake. That's the last thing they need. Here's Meads. Time is up. Dykes steps away from a couple. Now it's away for Widders. Now it's for Solomona. Solomona's going to put a kick in. Phillips has got a bit of work to do. Drew is after him, but it's dead anyway. So the end of the game sees a 12-all draw. They battled for number 5 position on the ladder. They both came away basically shaking hands and being satisfied with the point. Some tired players, look at them. They're down on their knees. A draining game.